Hey everybody, welcome to Aquaponics World. So I just wanted to cover some things that will help get you started on a new fish tank. If you don't already own a fish tank and you're thinking about, hey, I want to go out and get a fish tank, hopefully you've already watched my first videos and now you're on to, yep, I definitely want to put some time and effort into this. I want to spend some money on this. This is something that I really want to do. I would definitely suggest a few things. For starters, don't run out and get fish and a fish tank at the same time. The first thing you want to do is get your fish tank set up, and that means your pH balance, your chlorine level, your nitrite level, your nitrate levels. So a fish tank has what's called a nitrogen cycle. A nitrogen cycle is basically, there are certain things that help keep your fish alive in a fish tank. It requires that you have bacteria, actual living bacteria in your fish tank in order for your fish to stay alive. So that bacteria feeds off of nitrates and nitrites. So your fish give off ammonia. They excrete ammonia. And ammonia is a source of nitrogen. It's more or less how they make the fertilizer for plants, which I'll touch on that in another episode. But the ammonia that they feed off, it has to be eaten by the nitrogen. So basically, the bacteria are supplying the nitrogen that eats off the ammonia. The ammonia feeds the bacteria. So it's a big cycle that helps keep your fish alive. And what you have to do is you have to go down, get yourself a fish tank, and you can start off with something small like a 20-gallon fish tank, or get yourself something big like the 50-gallon fish tank. If you want to work with something smaller than a 20-gallon fish tank, I wouldn't suggest it. They do need plenty of room to swim around in, and you're just basically not making it easy for yourself. So I would suggest starting off with at least a 20-gallon tank, if not a 50-gallon tank. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get some like 5-gallon totes, these plastic totes. Get yourself a hose hookup for your sink so that you can hook your hose up to your sink. And you're gonna fill those up with water out of the tap. Get yourself some dechlorinator and add the dechlorinator to the water. Read the directions on the dechlorinator bottle. It's a really small amount. It's just like 2.5 milliliters for a 5-gallon jug. So we're talking about a couple of drops of dechlorinator that you're gonna add to a 5-gallon tote of water. And what that's going to do is that's going to dechlorinate your water. You're going to just leave it in there for about 5 minutes, and then you can add the water to the fish tank. I would suggest doing it just one tote at a time, you know. And the other thing that you may want to purchase is one of these right here. It is a cylinder canister pump / filter. They do sell them for smaller tanks like this, where you just put it inside the tank and it's got a pump in there. I would suggest getting the biggest one of these that you can find. You know, you pay for what you get. So this is the one that I have for this small tank, and it does okay, but this one right here does a great job. So if you can afford to go out and get you one of these, go ahead and grab that. Not too hard to maintain, but well worth it. So once you get your water into your fish tank, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to, I believe, add ammonia And you can Google that. I can look into it more for you, but I'll post that on a different video. They do have ammonia that you can add to the water. They do have live bacteria that you can add to the water. So, you know, go to the pet store, look for the live bacteria, and follow the instructions on how to add that live bacteria in there. The other option is you can get killfish. So that's the option that I went with, and it's a little sadder, but it definitely works. So when you put the fish in there, they don't last very long, they die, you got to get them out of there. But what happens is that they give off the ammonia, which feeds the bacteria, right, that has the nitrates and the nitrites that you need. And so you're going to get you a little bottle. You're going to take bottle samples, little tiny bottles of the water from your fish tank down to the pet store, have them test it. You can buy a test kit to find out, but it's just easier to bring it down to PetSmart or one of the pet stores and test it for your nitrates, nitrites, chlorine, pH. You may have hard water, soft water. There's all kinds of variables in there before you are going to add your pet fish that you plan on keeping alive. Once you get that to the point where the pet store says, yeah, you're ready to go, you're ready for fish, then go down and find out how many fish work in the size tank you have. If you have a big tank, like me, you can see that I have 3 fish in there. They have plenty of room to swim around in there. They started off real small, they've gotten a lot bigger. You're gonna wanna get an air bubbler so that you have bubbles coming in for them, and yeah, go ahead and add your fish. So I hope that's a little helpful on getting it started. A lot of people do what I did, and that's just to go down to the store, buy some fish, get a fish tank, get all my equipment, and come home and expect to set it all up the first day. And I can promise you that if you didn't intend on having killfish, you do have killfish, okay? Because they will die on you because the nitrate, nitrite levels get too high, the ammonia gets too high, things like that. So get used to using your pump, get used to cleaning your filters out, maintain your fish tank, just water and bacteria. Again, you can pick up the live bacteria in a bottle, you can add that to it, and you can do that for a couple of months until you get it started, and you can do your test samples and find out whether you're ready to go. So again, don't just go down to the store, buy fish and a fish tank and expect that you're going to keep them alive for very long. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will cover more videos like this every week, at least one a week, and I will let you know more tips and tricks on how to keep your fish happy, and then I will get into some things like aquaponics, keeping your plants alive using that nitrogen, that fertilizer that I was telling you about, that the ammonia that the fish give off, on later videos. All right, have a great day.